The rain poured heavily outside the airport window as Claire Bennett stepped back into the city she once called home. 20 years. 20 years since she had left without looking back. The invitation for the college reunion still sat folded inside her handbag. She almost hadn't come, but something about unfinished memories had pulled her here. The city looked smaller now, or maybe she had simply grown older. As the taxi passed familiar streets, flashes of the past returned like old photographs, two little girls in nursery uniforms. Sticky fingers covered in paint, shared lunchboxes, sleepovers, secrets whispered under blankets, Claire and Amelia. They had been inseparable since they were 4 years old. Where Claire was quiet, Amelia was fearless. Where Claire cried easily, Amelia fought the world for her. Everyone in school knew them as a pair. And then there was Ryan Carter, the charming boy with messy brown hair and a crooked smile who had fallen in love with Claire during middle school. At least, that was what Claire had believed. The three of them grew up together. School festivals, birthday parties, late-night study sessions, dreams about the future. They were each other's entire world. By graduation year, Claire thought life was perfect, until one evening shattered everything. It had happened just weeks before graduation. Claire still remembered the exact moment. She had gone to Ryan's apartment to surprise him with tickets for their graduation trip. The door had been slightly open. She heard laughter inside, Amelia's laughter. At first she smiled. But then she heard Ryan's voice, soft, intimate, and then silence. The kind of silence that says everything before your eyes even see it. Claire stepped inside slowly, and there they were, her boyfriend, her best friend together, not confused, not accidental, comfortable, like it had been happening for a long time. The tickets slipped from Claire's trembling hands. Neither of them noticed her immediately. But Amelia did, and the horror on her face told Claire the truth before a single word was spoken. Ryan stood up quickly. It's not what you think, but betrayal has a face, and Claire was staring directly at it. Her chest tightened so hard she could barely breathe. You both, she whispered. Amelia burst into tears instantly. Ryan kept trying to explain, trying to touch her arm. But Claire stepped back like his touch burned. How long, she asked. Neither answered, and silence became the cruelest confession. Claire walked away that night feeling as though her entire life had collapsed behind her. The weeks after that became a blur. She stopped answering calls, stopped eating, stopped leaving her room. Her mother would sit beside her bed at night, listening to her cry into the pillow she once hugged during happy dreams. The betrayal destroyed something inside her, not just love, trust. She kept replaying memories in her head, every laugh, every trip, every moment the two people she loved most had looked her in the eyes while hiding the truth. She wondered how many times they had lied, how many times Amelia had hugged her while carrying guilt in her heart. The pain became unbearable, so Claire left. A few months after graduation, she moved abroad to start over. New country, new job, new life, but some wounds never truly heal. For years, she avoided reunions, avoided old classmates, avoided memories, until the 20th reunion invitation arrived, and somehow she came. The college hall buzzed with laughter and music. Old classmates hugged each other warmly. Some were married. Some had children. Some looked completely different. But Claire's eyes searched for only one person, Amelia. She never appeared. At first Claire felt anger, typical, she thought bitterly. Even now she couldn't face me. But later that evening, while talking with an old classmate named Daniel, the conversation changed everything. You really didn't know? He asked quietly. Claire frowned. Know what? Daniel's face turned pale. Amelia died 20 years ago. The room suddenly felt silent. What? She committed suicide, he whispered. Claire stared at him, unable to breathe. No, that's impossible. Daniel swallowed hard. It happened the same night you found out about her and Ryan. Claire's hands began trembling. She kept trying to call you afterward, he continued softly. Again and again, people said she was hysterical, crying nonstop, saying she ruined everything. Claire's heart pounded violently. I never answered, she whispered. Daniel looked down sadly. She left a note apologizing to you. She said she couldn't live with what she had done. Tears burned Claire's eyes instantly. She truly loved you, Claire, Daniel said. She hated herself for hurting you. World around Claire blurred. All these years, she had carried only anger, but now another feeling broke through. And Ryan? She asked weakly. Daniel sighed bitterly. He moved in with another woman a few months later. She closed her eyes. For 20 years, she had believed Amelia destroyed their friendship out of selfishness. But Ryan had simply continued with life while Amelia drowned in guilt, and she had never answered the phone. Maybe Amelia had wanted forgiveness. Maybe she had wanted help. Maybe she had simply wanted to hear her best friend one last time. That thought broke her completely. The next morning, Claire visited the cemetery alone. Gray clouds covered the sky. She walked slowly between rows of graves until she finally saw the name. Amelia Hayes' beloved daughter and friend. Friend, the word shattered her heart. Claire knelt before the grave silently. For a long time, she said nothing. Then tears finally escaped. I hated you for so many years, she whispered shakily. I hated myself too. Rain began falling softly around her. You hurt me in the worst possible way. Her voice cracked. But you were still my Amelia. Memories flooded her mind again. 2 little girls running through school corridors, sharing secrets, promising to stay best friends forever. Claire broke down crying. You should have stayed, she sobbed. You should have let me scream at you, hate you, forgive you slowly, anything but this. The wind moved gently through the trees, and for the first time in 20 years, Claire no longer felt anger, only sadness, only love, only loss. She placed a small white flower on the grave, then whispered through tears, I forgive you, and somewhere deep inside her broken heart, the little girl she used to be finally let go.